Dragon Ball Z lines from both characters.
Let me process 18 million lines of dialogue. I don't really have a favorite line.
My favorite Vegeta is, "Sabat woman, bring me a drying cloth."
And mine would be "My Bulma" from the movie, which Goku did his best Vegeta impression at the end of that movie.
That was awesome.
So that was fine. That would be fine. That would be the best answer I could give you in a short notice. I'm sorry.
And let's see, my favorite line of Yamcha's would be like, "Oh no, dead again!"
Oh no, Andrew ripped my heart out for everyone, which is symbolic of my heart being broken by Bulma.
That's cool, I'm gonna hang out anyway. Maybe I'll hang out with Chi-Chi, and once Goku dies, be able to tell her that I'm Gohan's father, so probably at least we kissed. So.
All right, Chris.
Yes.
Who do you think will win in a fight? All Might or Vegeta when he first met Goku?
Oh my god.
Are we talking about All Might where he's bleeding from the mouth?
Before he got punched in the gut.
Ah, okay. Gosh, like Vegeta, I'd want to say All Might, but Vegeta's persistence, I think he could be just literally a bloody, like the bloody of human flesh, like just on the ground, completely annihilated, or Saiyan flesh. And he could still probably like lay one last punch. It's just like be a puddle. It would just go. I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know enough about what All Might's true power is just yet because we haven't gotten there yet. So we'll see. I do think the Texas Smash is pretty epic though. So I'd like to see Texas Smash versus Final Flash.
Yeah, he's an avant-garde phone holder. He holds it different than everyone else.
Sean actually had a theory about how to make selfies look less dorky.
So when you're taking a selfie in the mirror, and it always looks like this, like you're always looking at the phone and like showing off your outfit. But if you just present your phone as if you're trying to take a picture of your phone and you happen to be wearing a nice outfit, then it makes more sense. I'm hoping that will sweep the nation.
I've been wondering, is there
I'm trying to do your avant-garde style of hand holding. And now you're changing it to candy bar.
Candy bar in a commercial.
You know what makes me really uncomfortable? Dude, what makes me uncomfortable, I'm going to digress here. What makes me uncomfortable is when you're watching a Snickers commercial or any kind of candy bar commercial, and they're just like, Snickers. I take little bites. So I thought this was a Snickers bar for a second. I take little bites, and they're like, Snickers, I'm just going to wolf off a half of it right in my mouth. Anybody a Snickers bar like the commercial? No. And no, none of you all lying. You're all either that or you're pigs. Okay. And which reminds me of what I left you. Get that voicemail I sent you where I was doing an excerpt from the new Norm Macdonald comedy special. I recorded it.
I don't have enough phone data.
No, it was on that. So here's what happened. First of all, there's Dave Chappelle has one, Louis C.K. has one, and Norm Macdonald does. And Louis C.K. is my favorite comedian. However, of those three specials, all of which are comedic genius, Norm was the only one that made me cry. One of the sketches he did, and this is a spoiler, there was only one out of like 1,000 jokes he tells, where he goes, "You ever notice how you never eat food at home like you would at a restaurant?" He's like, so say you're at home and you're cooking up a pork chop, right? You're cooking that pork chop up real good, you're getting it all good, you're gonna eat it, you're getting ready, you're putting a lot of seasoning on it, you build up this pork chop. But first, you sit down and eat a loaf of bread. The point is that never at home would you eat an entire loaf of bread like they do at restaurants when they're shoving bread down your throat. And you just eat a loaf, so you sit down and eat a loaf of bread before you eat the pork chop you just cooked. Made me cry laughing. It's better when he delivers it, but...
I'm just begging whoever was in this general vicinity
we're
right
totally
here,
sorry.
like you with this camera, if you were actually filming video instead of like, if you are, I beg you to please send me the animated GIF of him deep-throating.
Sucking jokes on the web mocking me, but...
I'm at Voice of Vegeta on Twitter. Please send me any video you have.
Oh, great. Thank you, Chris.
Deep-throating.
I'm sure you can.
I have no question. I just want to get a better angle.
Have Sean perform fellatio on a microphone.
Is there another voice actor besides yourselves that you admire a lot?
No. There's no voice
As a
actor.
matter of fact, here in Vegas, you guys will not give a shit because you're all too young. Rich Little is performing, and he's one of my earliest and probably most significant influences on my voice acting. I love Rich Little. When I was a kid, he would do impersonations of other people who I'd never heard of, like Jack Benny or whatever, and I was just, I'd never watched these 40s and 50s performers, and he would transform into someone else completely just by changing his face and his voice. And I thought, I want to be able to do that, and now I do it for a living. So it's really thrilling, and I want to try to see him while I'm here, because he's still amazing. Anyway, so yeah, I look up to him significantly. Yeah.
I always admired his brother Dick Small.
Rich Little Dicks. I love it.
Dad jokes, sorry.
I don't think that's one you would tell here, or no. I don't think you would.
This is actually a generic question for the both of you. On your downtime when you're not working, what do you guys like to do for fun?
I play games. I play with guitars. I like watches. I bother.
Do not ask him about
watches or French horns or guitars or harmonic distortion or graphene or CRISPR technology. Any of those things I'm reading about constantly, or bothering Chris, or something. I mean,
I love video games too. I like to play with my kids. I try and spend as much time with them as I can. I made it sound like really lackadaisical, whatever. Like once or twice a week, I'm gonna sit down with them. No. I love to do that. I like collecting airline glassware, like from old airlines. The first class, glasses and stuff. I have a collection of them. And
did you get the gin houses from the first class flight you can get on the KLM Airlines? They gave me gin in a house.
No.
I have not drank the gin yet.
See, the people have to steal them first, and then I buy them on eBay. So, and usually it has to be far enough after they've been on the airline, so you don't get in trouble for it. So,
I didn't know that.
Or they're usually retired airlines and stuff like that, where they've taken them out.
That's awesome.
Let's see. Yeah, I like making music on my computer. I like graphic design. Just stuff.
Are you any good at graphic design?
He's clever with the Photoshop.
I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah.
I think I'm okay at it.
I like to write. Well, I will write parodies and sing them.
Do you know you can take a photograph and you can use this filter called bubble wrap and make it look like it has bubble wrap on it.
It's amazing.
Most people don't know how to do that, but you see, I'm a graphic designer, so that's the first thing you learn in graphic design school. Use as many filters as possible.
True.
You're all learning something today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi guys. So my question for you is, I saw a video a while back where you guys dubbed over a bunch of famous movies.
Oh, yeah.
Characters, so you had Meet the Fockers as Goku and Vegeta.
Yes.
Step Brothers, Goku and Vegeta. So was there a movie that you guys would like to dub over as your characters?
Before I had just become a voice actor. One of my favorite things to do is to go to my friend Ralph's house and we'd watch The Matrix and I would do all of Lawrence Fishburne's lines as Butthead.
Look at my chef, another another. That is the most badass chef, baby.
Like I would do every line as Butthead, which I think it would be funny if Morpheus was played by Butthead.
That's blue. They do the same thing.
Yeah, I've been obsessed with people dubbing over the movie Mean Girls. I don't know if it's if you look at the Western Caribbean version dub of Mean Girls, it's one of the funniest things you'll ever watch. It's super awesome.
Was like, yeah man, you're so mean to me. I mean, I haven't seen it.
This question is maybe aimed at Sean.
Okay.
And in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, in the DLC where it's like the Goku Black arc, I noticed that the base form Goku Black has your voice, but the Rose version has like Zamasu's voice kind of. I was wondering if for Dragon Ball Super you were going to do both of them.
It's a big reveal, and it'll give you some insight into how we create voices. Is it okay if I tell this story?
I would at least just tell them that when I'd say we aren't mentioning any
names. I'm not mentioning names. No, I'm not.
I think the safest thing to say right now is that when we recorded Goku Black in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, it was before there was any appearance of Goku Black in the series in Japan.
And they wouldn't tell us.
Yeah, we're like, what's this character about? We can't tell you. We're like, but
we work on the show.
But we have to do the voice. Can you tell us anything? He goes, no.
So I didn't want to take a trope, and I wanted to do something that was just, well, if I were going to imagine.
Iteration of Goku gets deeper and deeper, like Super Saiyan 3 gets deeper, so we thought, if this is going to be the meanest form, it'd probably be the deepest form.
Nastiest one.
But we've learned a lot about the character.
We also learned that Goku Black doesn't talk in this floral-like way that Goku Black Rose does. And I can say that my Goku Black Rose voice is based on a different actor's voice who will end up playing Zamasu, so I'm kind of taking it from him. Because the way we see the evolution of the character, now that we understand it better, is you have Goku Black, we don't know what he is, who or what he is. You have Goku Black Rose, which is kind of the Super Saiyan form of that. And the language and the style changes. So when we get to the series, Chris and I will revisit it with no input from anybody on my Twitter feed. And there's a reason I'm snarky like that. I appreciate feedback, but when I go into the boots of creative voice, I cannot take anybody's opinion from the general public. I've got to be focused on what I'm doing in my craft and working only with my director. It's very important for me as an artist, and it's very important for me for my sanity.
Well, we kind of have an idea, and that once we knew what the character was and who Goku Black is and stuff like that, then we now have a plan.
And so we might change things up, but not necessarily.
You'll have to just wait till you get to the series and see what you hear.
But it's going to be an interesting reveal once it's all revealed. It'll be a very cool story, and it's going to be a really great arc. We're really excited about it. So that just screw up.
No, not at all.
So there's certain things we can't say. He's my director, so I'm like, what am I not allowed to say here?
Yeah, we were just put in a tough spot, and there's a line of Goku Blacks that we recorded basically because at one point the script made no sense.
Oh yeah,
and it was just like Goku Black lucky.
Oh, that's why people keep tweeting me that. Yeah, and I didn't know. I was like, we just did it because the script didn't make sense. And I'm like, why are people tweeting Goku Black lucky? That's a thing now. I also we don't memorize our lines, so I go into work. And I focus on the emotion and the character and the work, and then every once in a while I'll remember a choice line like, I forgot my tractor, which was an outtake, that was a lot of fun. And I'll remember that, but most of the time I get done and I completely forget, and then I go to the next one, I get refresher, and because we don't have time to memorize lines. So I never recorded any of Dragon Ball with lines memorized at all.
And I'm really sorry, we answered those questions way too long, and now it's 2:41, so we need to kind of wrap this panel up. Thank you guys so much for having us.
Yes, we're going to sign.